Hello everyone, it is May 6th, which is National Scrapbooking Day. Paige Evans is hosting a bunch of fun challenges on her Happy Scrappy Place Facebook page. So make sure to jump on over there if you are not a part of that group and join if you aren't, and you can participate in all of the fun challenges. There is new challenges every, I believe, hour. So I am doing a challenge as part of the design team, and my challenge is scrap lift. So one of the things I love doing when I'm feeling maybe not so creative and I feel like I just need something to get the mojo going is to scrap lift a layout that I absolutely love. And that is what I did here. So if you saw that very first picture that I just showed, that was a layout from Paige Evans, and I scrap lifted that. This is actually the second time I have scrap lifted this layout, and I am using her Blooming Wild collection. The thing I love about this layout is it's basically like two layouts in one. It's kind of just a split layout, and you get to build a fun design on both halves here. So I have picked a couple different pattern papers and I cut them at 6 inches and adhered them to some white cardstock. So the design of the layout, like I said, is basically a split layout, and on one side it has on the right side it has florals all the way around the edge. And I've decided to fussy cut some rainbows as well. I kind of showed you earlier some of the florals and rainbows that I fussy cut and what papers they came from. So this side I am adding those around the edge of this grid paper here. So I'm just trying to spread the colors, not putting too many of the same colors by each other, and then popping in those rainbows here and there. I think it just gives such a fun design to all of those florals. I skipped through that because it was kind of a long process and I've already started gluing things down. I'm actually almost done here with that part. So as far as the challenges for Paige's International Scrapbooking Day challenges, they started this morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. My challenge started at 3 p.m. So there's still quite a few challenges after myself. And there's been tons of cut files shared. I think cut file number 7 was just shared, and there is 14, I believe, 15 in total, sorry. So head on over there to see all the fun things. So I've kind of just started tucking in some other florals here and there in places that I felt was a little bare. And then I am going to get my photos ready. These are 3x4 photos, and I left a small white border. And I made sure to print them in black and white because I knew there was going to be so many colors going on with the florals that I really wanted them to stand out. And my daughter on the left there, she had this kind of like a bright fluorescent green shirt, and although it maybe would have matched a little bit, I just wanted the photos to be a little more neutral. So just continue to figure out where I need a few more florals. This section here I am going to struggle with for a little bit. I know that I want something tucked in by those rainbows, but I'm having a hard time finding something. I tried those two flowers, but it just seemed like they were just too big. So I'm actually going to go with this small one there, that pink one. Okay, and I think I'm going to start on the left side. So this side, the florals are creating like a border around the flower, a border around the photo. So I'm using these bigger ones here that I used on the other side as well. And I'm just trying to create a border, kind of a whimsical border. Again, just spreading the colors and the types of flowers around. And this was super, super fun and really easy, guys, too. If you love to fussy cut, this is perfect for you. It did take me a while. I did fussy cut quite a few different flowers because I wasn't sure which ones I wanted to use, but I wanted to make sure I had options. So I'm just trying to center this photo, and then I will start to glue down the flowers. I am not going to show it, but I'm actually going to machine stitch around both halves. So that will help keep the flowers on, and it gives it just a fun finished look to both halves. Super fun. I'm just curious if any of you have ever tried scrap lifting before. It is super fun. I always try to give credit where I have found the idea. So if I share my layout on social media, I try to link if that person has an Instagram, or just make sure I mention where it came from. And yeah, that's a fun way to get those creative juices going. Sometimes we kind of get stuck in a rut, or I feel like I'm just doing the same things over and over. I've also scrap lifted myself before when I've really liked a layout that I've created. And when I'm feeling stuck, I will sometimes go look through my albums and find one that I really liked, and I will recreate it and just maybe change a few things. Like, for example, this layout, when Paige made hers, she didn't have any of the rainbows. So when I decided I wanted to scrap lift it, I was trying to think of other things that I could use besides just florals, and I found these rainbows on this pattern paper, and I just thought that would be so much fun to try to tuck those in. And yeah, so the one thing I forgot to get on camera is adding in the rainbows to the left hand side, so that's already done here now. For my title, I wanted to just use 2 separate words, one for the left, one for the right, and I am just gonna play around to see what I like better, which one on which side. And actually, my daughter on the right, her name is Bella, and if you don't know, Bella means beautiful, so it kind of just made the most sense to put beautiful on the right hand side under her picture. And so I'm just kind of lining it up. And the nice thing about, if you haven't done this before, but when you put anything pretty much adhered to a photo, it is not coming off, so you don't really have to worry about adding too much adhesive. And I forgot to take out the little insides of these letters that are looped, so I'm doing that right now. And then just lining that up again at the top here. I considered putting some of these mini puffy florals just scattered around, but I just wanted something a little bit different than florals, a little different shape. And also, if you see here, these are actually chipboard pieces. If you've purchased collections before or anything scrapbooking related, you probably know that there's chipboards that come on sheets, and I always have the hardest time that they don't stay in the packaging very well. They kind of fall out when you open it, and so I actually took all the chipboard out of the packaging and took off the back layer, which is the adhesive part, and I usually add liquid glue anyways to the back of the chipboards, so it really didn't bother me, and this is just fine taking it out of the bag and just looking through what I need. So I decided that I wanted 2 butterflies here on each side, just to kind of tie it all together. And then I considered using these Nuvo drops. I'm not sure what is going on, but some of my Nuvo drops are just not working very well. They're either kind of dried up, like I've even cleaned the little the 2-part where it comes out, but they just are not the same consistency of when I first purchased them, and it hasn't really been that long, so I'm not sure what's going on, but I decided just to go with enamel dots because that's super simple. Just stick them on, and I do add adhesive, liquid adhesive underneath them just to make sure they don't come off. So I'm just looking through my little bin of enamel dots that I have and just looking for colors that match the florals. I do have quite a few, so it's really easy for me to at least find colors that match the collections that I have. Just adding enamel dots on this side as well, just to tie it all in, and I think that gives so much fun, whimsical feeling and color to the layout. And we're just going to adhere these butterflies, and I'm getting really close to the end here. I think I'm just gonna glue down the title, and that will conclude this layout. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you would like to participate in the challenges that are being hosted on the Paige Evans Happy Scrappy Facebook page, you can head on over there, and if you participate, you can add a picture of your layout and it will be entered into a chance of winning a prize. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I appreciate you, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.